Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. Friends, as we know that India is a country of villages where agriculture is a major profession in our country. Therefore, a farmer plays very important position in our society. They are the backbone of our country. They are the one who provide us all the food that we eat. As a result, the entire population of the country depends upon farmers. So, in this video, let us have a look on organic farming. Let us have a glance on history of organic farming. Organic movement started in 1930s as a reaction to agriculture's growing reliance on synthetic fertilizers. Sir Albert Howard is considered as the father of organic farming. Rudolf Steiner, an Austrian philosopher, made important studies in the earliest organic theory. Organic farming is a production system that sustains the health of soil, ecosystem and people. It relies on ecological process, biodiversity and cycles adapted to local conditions. And organic farming combines tradition, innovation and science to benefit the shared environment. Now, let us have a look on components of organic farming. Components of organic farming includes fertilizer management, weed control, insect pest and disease control. Let us start with fertilizer management. As we know that world population is increasing day by day, so food and fiber need also increases. To fulfill the requirements of population, we need high yield. That is possible by increasing cultivated area. To get high yield, fertilizers are applied to provide nutrients to crop plants. By using fertilizers, land, water and air are polluted that causes serious diseases in human beings and animals. To avoid all these problems, organic farming is to be required. In fertilizer management, we have two types. One is manures and the other is crop rotation. Manures are again classified into bulky organic manures and concentrated organic manures. Crop rotation consists of nitrogen building and nitrogen depleting. So let us know some brief information about these components. Let us start with manures. Manures are the organic materials derived from animals, humans and plant residues, which contain plant nutrients in complex organic forms. Manures can be grouped into bulky organic manures and concentrated organic manures. Let us start with bulky organic manures. Bulky organic manures consist of farm yield manure, sheep and goat manure, poultry manure and grain manure. Coming to farm yield manure. Farm yield manure refers to the decomposed mixture of dung and urine of farm animals along with the litter left over. The quantity of nutrients in these manures depends on type of animal, feed composition and quality and quantity of bedding material. Coming to sheep and goat manure. Droppings of sheep and goat contain higher nutrients than the farmyard manure, and the average composition of these manures contain 3% of nitrogen, 1% of phosphorus pentoxide and 2% of potassium oxide. Coming to poultry manure. It ferments very quickly. 50% of the nitrogen can be lost in 30 days. It contains 2.63% of phosphorus pentoxide and 1.4% of potassium oxide. Coming to green manures. Many crops are grown and at a vegetative stage mixed up in the soil just to improve the organic matter of the soil. At vegetative stage, these crops are easily decomposed in the soil and they work as inorganic fertilizers due to having low carbon is to nitrogen ratio. Now let us enter into concentrated organic manures. They have higher nutrient contents when compared to bulky organic manures. There are three types of concentrated organic manures. They are oil cakes, vermicompost, biofertilizers. Let us start with oil cakes. Oil cakes are nothing but after the oil is extracted from oil seeds, the remaining solid portion is dried as oil cakes, which is used as manures. The best example is sunflower. Next, coming to vermicompost. Vermicompost is a stable, fine, granular organic matter. When it is added to the soil, it loosens the soil and provides passage to air, and it makes the soil nutrient rich. And the mass of rotten organic matter made from the waste materials is also used as compost. Coming to biofertilizers. They are defined as a preparation containing living cells of efficient strains of microorganisms that helps crop plant to uptake of nutrients by their interaction with rhizosphere when applied through seed or soil. Most common biofertilizers are nitrogen fixing, phosphorus solubilizing, phosphorus mobilizing, and plant growth promoters. So up to here we have completed about all types of manures. Next, coming to crop rotations. By doing these crop rotations season wise, we can yield good crops and the soil becomes nutrient rich, and the organic rotations are divided into two phases, which increases the level of soil nitrogen and also that depletes it. The nitrogen building and depleting phases must be in balance. Crop rotations can also be designed to minimize the spread of weeds, pests and diseases. Now let us discuss about weed control management. Weeds can decrease the yield of crop up to 60%. So weeds are killed by herbicides that cause pollution and resistance in crop plants. Let us discuss about insect pest and disease control management. They include some categories. They are modification of cultural practices including crop rotation and soil health management. The conservation practices to restore the natural enemies through provision of hedgerows and shelter belts, etc. Use of biological control agents such as insect predators, insect pathogens by applying or releasing the agents through inoculation. Use of pheromones and other attractants. Use of organic pesticides and other permissible pesticides. These are the some categories involved in the insect pest and disease control management. So friends, up to here we have discussed about different components involved in the organic farming. Organic farming is an integrated approach where all aspects of farming systems are interlinked with each other. Organic farming gives more stress on optimizing resource use and productivity rather than maximizing production through over-exploitation of resources. Organic farming is important to maintain optimum soil health and thus making the soil capable of supplying all essential nutrients to the crop. It aims to produce a sufficient supply of good quality food and other products. Thank you for watching my video. So friends, if you like this video, please share and subscribe.